searching for you. I'm still searching for you. From dirt to the sky, I'm still searching for you. 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 From dirt to the sky, I'm still searching for you.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
You disgust me.
Who gives a shit?
Go on.
I made it the fuck up. I did. I did. I did. I did. I did. It's glorious!
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome to Tuesday with Geeks.
Hello.
How you guys doing?
All right.
All right.
I'm alive.
Yep. Well, thanks to Ironcaster, I have a new clip. Let's see if it gets us copyright claimed. I love that.
Well, that's not scary at all.
Nope. That's Ryota in the Baragon suit from Godzilla All Out Monsters Attack, which is one of my favorite Godzilla films, actually. It's the one with the it's the one with the zombie Godzilla. Yeah, she is a tiny little woman.
Very small.
Very small.
Compact
Okay.
bijou.
Yes. Okay, so we have so many wonderful things that we could serve up. I forgot that I had downloaded the New Spells 2024 Player's Handbook D&D video. But I almost kind of thought we need to save that for a Saturday.
I can drink on the weekend, so the suffering can at least be medicated.
Okay. So we'll spare you. We'll spare you. Also got the Hellboy the Crooked Man trailer footage, which yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just kind of ambivalent about it, especially after the last Hellboy movie came out.
It ain't Del Toro. If it ain't Del Toro, I'm not interested.
kind of the way I feel about it too. I couldn't get excited about it. Yeah, today was kind of like a bunch of soul crushing stuff. So I do have a little bit of a cool unboxing. Well, not but a cool little show and tell. But I guess I should say that closer to the end for whenever we have we need to uplift you, because right now I need to hurt. But it's a ginger. What the?
Speaking of,
What's that on your head?
uplifting,
It was stormy today, and so I've put on a hood because my hair is a mess.
Aw. I don't believe you.
see, I thought she was just cosplaying an Ewok.
You should believe me.
So yeah, Driving and Dragons says he's here to defend the honor and good name of Tomb of Horrors, and I'm kind of like, sorry, but yeah, you will not convince me that that is a good module. By lieu of the very fact that, one, it's the very first module I ever bought, and when you're 10 years old, that's not the module you want to start your gaming DMing with, for one thing. But the other thing of it, too, is the fact that it's pretty obvious from the way that module is written. That module is not there as a role-playing instrument. It is I'm testing the player's intelligence, not the character's intelligence. And as much as we scream and yell at people, you're playing a character, you're not playing yourself, Tomb of Horrors, more or less, forces you to play yourself, trying to figure it out, because your characters, if they use their wits and their intelligence and stuff like that, then all of the traps and everything could be reduced to dice rolls, like they are in modern D&D. The other part of it, too, is the fact that there are lots of traps and bullshit in that thing that, honestly, they don't have any hints or there's no way you would know what to do in how to get through those puzzles and things. It's like you literally just have to just sit there and guess and try stuff to get through some of them.
Well, the thing is, all the Tomb of Horrors ultimately does is highlight something that has become quite the topic of discussion as of late, which is the different styles of play.
Mm-hmm.
We've had so many assumptions about with different. Oh, kitty. So with so many different with so much time that's come along, so many different assumptions from different parts of the world, different regions, different play styles, are all coming together around the same couple of games. And what you're seeing with Tomb of Horrors is just one little aspect of the whole.
Driving Dragons, he said it's a different kind of module, but if you're completely in character, you will avoid most of the traps. I beg to differ. If you're completely in character, you're actually more liable to blunder through most of them. For example, if your character is a barbarian with like a 8 intelligence, yeah, I mean you're more than likely going to blunder into the traps pretty frequently. The only person who's liable to not set off all the traps and stuff are like super duper high level thieves who know better than to touch anything. And even the fact that Professor Dungeon Master gave his this is the best module ever, and then proceeded to tell us how they basically metagame their way through the whole thing by, sticking with this rule of don't touch anything, which I'm kind of like, but then that's not playing your character, is it?
Yeah, your character. I mean, it depends on how much your character knows of the reputation of Tomb of Horrors.
Well, that's the thing. The Tomb of Horrors is supposed to be like a legendary, it's not even, you can't even find it, for one thing. You can't even find the entrance to it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I'm going to be honest. This is like heresy, but I haven't read it, so I can't have much of an opinion.
It's fine. I understand. It's just, a lot of people want to hold that up as like the best module ever. And I'm like, no, it's absolutely the worst.
There's a little bit of repressed, emotions here towards this particular module that had come to light in recent days.
Yes. However, What I will say is the best module out there that's ever been written is Ravenloft. And I'm going to say because, one, you have a compelling story that drives the entire narrative. You have a setting which can drive almost an entire campaign by itself. And I'm not talking Curse of Strahd. I'm actually talking the original Ravenloft module.
I mean, given
just by itself.
Just given the expansion of Ravenloft, we've seen that is most certainly true.
Mm-hmm. The rooms have descriptions. The place is very fleshed out. It seems like a real place that you could, visit. As far as your characters go, your characters can actually have some role play and interact. And if you're, lucky like me and have an original copy of Ravenloft 2, The House on Griffin Hill, you can kind of pick up where you left off.
I have read that one, and I agree completely that Ravenloft was actually a very high quality module when it was released. Now, there are a couple iterations of it, and I ended up reading all I could find when I was running a version of Barovia, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I agree with your opinion on that one. It was quite good.
Yeah. And of course, my other favorite one is Expedition to Barrier Peaks, where you absolutely, your characters are absolutely going to handle everything that they find and blunder into everything, and it's still going to be funny, and they're still going to have a good time.
I'm about to play that one in AD&D.
You're going to love it. Don't hold back. Touch everything. That's all I'm going to say, because it's fun. Or actually, no, let me not say that, because that's metagaming. Play your character.
I will play a character that touches everything.
Okay.
Good old sticky fingers Mickey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also like Expedition to Barrier Peaks because it's, once again, more proof positive that D&D, the fantasy setting, was always meant to be a science fantasy setting.
I'm a fan of Pharaoh. I think it was I5.
Yeah, I've got that one somewhere.
Just because, I don't know, just because growing up, I always had a little bit of that fascination with all the ancient Egypt, kind of the mythology and sort of the way that's been kind of built up, and the idea of taking that and expanding it out into a larger fantasy campaign. It's right for taking and drawing inspiration from. I want to go into a little bit of the Conan there and have a pyramid full of snake men and desert cults.
Why not?
And mummy lords, all that.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're really clever, you can find ways to weld it to Lost City and some other stuff. Because Lost City takes place out in the desert.
I think my favorite of the old adventure modules is probably Isle of Dread.
Really?
Yeah, because there's a lot going on. There's not so the players can basically do anything they want in any order. They can go wherever they want. I like hex crawls, and it's a very big place to explore, and you can kind of fit it in anywhere. Yeah. And also it has actual factions in it, which I think is pretty cool.
It is sort of one of the ultimate choose your own adventures.
Yeah. That one's the best for player freedom, I think. It's the module that's most setting, and you can kind of let the players do whatever you want. And I like that one. I haven't run it. I've only read it. I want to run it.
I haven't read it since I was a kid, so I don't remember much about it other than the fact that it didn't really interest me all that much, because it just seemed to, it was a hex crawl, and it was kind of not what I was used to. So that may have contributed to my not enjoying it so much, but as an adult, I should go back and read it again and see if any new insights can be gleaned out of it. And I already know what Grim's going to say. Well, I wasn't raised on D&D, so I don't care about any of those things.
Yeah. Though I like Eye of the Serpent from old modules.
Oh, be serious. Everybody knows what you like. You
Sex,
like
drugs and rock and roll.
No.
Yeah.
No.
God, long walks on the beach.
No, The Warhammer module, the really good one. Enemy Within campaign.
Enemy Within, yeah. Those are good, but that's not D&D, and you're talking about D&D. So.
I know, but same difference. Everybody's got a favorite adventure type thing.
One of the other ones that really sticks out to me as well is, kind of in line with Isle of Dread is but Isle of Conga.
I don't know that one.
I don't know that one.
I think it's like an 18th level adventure, but it's basically it's basically King Kong ripped straight out, and the King Kong Island just turned into an adventure. And the random encounters in there have all these different things you can encounter, but there's just one Conga.
I tell you what, who a writer for OSE and all that kind of stuff who's very underrated is Skirples.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his I haven't read his bestiary yet. I really, really want to. But if you get a chance, and I think it's free, check out is it Tomb of the Serpent King?
Do I have that?
That one is really, really good. It's not only is it a well-written module, but it's also perfect for starting new players, and it's good for older players who've already been at it for a while too.
So many of these I haven't played.
Oh,
I feel
I know.
like such a scrub.
That's okay. I mean, well, yeah, that's okay. We're coaxing you out of your 5e garden and into the larger forest of all of the crazy shit out there that is the OSE.
Hey, I played Classic Traveler last night. So
Yeah. How was it? How'd you enjoy it?
It was all right. It was fun. It was fun. I made friends with an alien lady that probably ate her boyfriend.
Was she like a mantis or something?
I'm not really sure. She was described as a sexy alien lady, who everyone was like, I think she was like captured or something, and everyone said she was evil, and she was a sexy alien lady, and she probably like ate her boyfriend. She said her relationship ended on bad terms, which I think is code for she ate him. So yeah.
Driving a Dragon. I don't know about 3 Days to Kill.
I came back and the first thing I heard was sexy alien lady. Now you have my attention.
I was playing Classic Traveler last night.
She didn't mention goblins.
No.
I don't really associate Traveller with sexy fun times, actually, because it's a much more hard science fiction setting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's probably gonna eat my character.
Well,
there
are a couple of different ways to interpret that. So,
no, like in a bad way, though.
Oh, in a bad way. Okay.
Yeah.
A monster overhaul.
Yeah, this is the Skirples monster.
Is that good?
Oh, this is fantastic. One of the things I do like with this book is next to almost every single monster in here, there's just a little thing listed about like the taste, because what are the odds that players want to know what does a lizard man taste like?
Hey,
chicken. Does it just say chicken for every single entry?
Now I do want a copy of that. And it's a Penumbra Games 3E adventure, one of the best new player modules ever. Okay, I'll check it out.
And one other one I just kind of pulled out. I wasn't sure if this is the one you were talking about or not.
You're going to make me look it up, aren't you?
Probably.
Okay, let me find it.
I like this because it kind of beckons back to the old like, pull out.
I like that style myself. That looks really cool. But no, that's not what I'm talking about.
I assume that like a lizard man would taste pretty much like an alligator does, which as a Floridian, I've had plenty of alligator. It tastes like chewing on a rubber ball, really.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
I was going to ask if it tastes like chicken, like they say.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, here's the weird zone for a second, but yes, this is Tomb of the Serpent Kings by Skirples. And yeah, the PDF is free. as you can see. But of course, I bought the PDF and the soft cover because for $4, it's 25 pages, but it's very good. Yeah, and like he says, people keep asking for beginner dungeons. Everyone can name classic dungeons: Tomb of Horror, Barrier Peaks, Temple of Elemental. But in order for those adventures to make sense, this needs to have some sort of introduction. So, yeah, he made it as kind of an introductory adventure, but it's actually really pretty good. It has a bit of scaling to it, and I kind of enjoyed it. I got to run part of it for a group, and I wish we had gotten to finish it. But yeah, Tomb of the Serpent Kings. Now Harmony's frantically looking for it.
No.
Oh, I heard you clacking away.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
No, that's not me. That's Ironcaster.
Oh, is that Caster? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, now to shatter everybody's spirits. I want y'all to remember that expression.
I don't think he has enough alcohol for this.
Yeah, this calls for a drink. Because I love Time Bandits, the original.
I love Time Band. I saw it in the movie theater. Yes, Doodle, I feel you. And not only are they redoing it, but it's Taika Waititi.
See, I don't share your hate for Taika Waititi, but
I went and saw that last Thor movie he did, and I left that thing basically vowing to never go see another MCU movie in theaters again.
Oh.
Yeah. It looks like he brought Chris Hemsworth back again too, but yeah, as we can see, no dwarves.
I heard who said it was Peter Dinklage's fault. It was one of y'all said on Twitter today.
So
yes,
that is in part true because
okay.
So to give a little context there, Disney's doing a new Snow White movie, and Peter Dinklage came out and basically said, "Can we just get over this cast? And doing these fairy tales like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs," because he basically felt offended by it for the roles. And another kind of not as prominent, not as well known, little person actor had stepped forward and said, "Hey, listen up, motherfucker. That's jobs for a bunch of us. We don't get those jobs very often." Mind you, Peter Dinklage is getting like $1 million an episode for Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Name another little person actor who gets that.
Who's still alive? No, I can't.
No.
Yeah.
Vern Troyer is all I know, honestly.
So
we also got this.
As a result, Disney said they were going to turn the dwarves into magic creatures.
Yeah, magical woodland creatures.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm still upset. I'm still upset at Lord of the Rings for not using little person actors for hobbits.
Well, they did in the long shots, but
yeah, mostly children. Actually, I heard.
I wasn't sure, but so yeah, this is a thing, and yes, I did ask Fred Malmberg if Conan Properties was involved with this in any way, and he said no, we are not.
Because it's one of those characters that has the rights completely scrambled up. Like the Red Sonja we commonly think of is not Howard's Red Sonja.
Nope. And in fact, this the title tells you that it is the Dynamite Comics version of Red Sonja, which has a retconned backstory. Yeah, so I expect this is going to be a trash fire.
See, sad to see it. Did they use a natural ginger actor?
No,
because I can complain if they don't. Oh,
they did not.
Oh, just like they're apparently not. Just like we're not getting a ginger as Guy Gardner in the Superman movie.
Yeah, I noticed that. Hollywood does not like gingers for some reason.
No.
Nope.
But you guys are welcome here. I like gingers. They're just fine.
That's why I come here.
There you go. You know you're accepted here.
It's a
Mhm.
ginger safe space.
Yes,
Ginger
it's a ginger
diversity
safe space.
hire.
Yeah, ginger diversity hires.
GWA.
Okay.
Ginger with attitude.
We may end up doing the next 30 minutes on this because I have to put my historian hat on for this because this is excrementally bad.
All right.
I'm just gonna
Historian
say,
hat.
yeah, I'm just gonna say ahead of time, those of y'all out there in YouTube land, if you are not catching this live, if you are watching this on replay, and there are big sections of this particular section that are missing or clipped or cut or anything like that, that is because YouTube always copyright hits me when I play trailers. It's not my fault. The studios themselves do stuff like this to prevent people like us from talking about them, whether we want to say good things or bad things. So I do apologize if you're catching this on replay and there's a big chunk of video missing. I got to preserve the integrity of my channel and not let big studio take it away from me. But if you are watching it live with us, then you get to enjoy it full blunt trauma head force with the rest of us. And oh, wait a minute, before I do this, Mercurius for Australian $2 for the ginger safe space. What do you think? Sesame
Wait.
cake?
Yeah.
Are you a ginger? You're not a ginger.
Castor
I
is.
don't. I got a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah.
of me.
Nah, it's thank you for contributing to ginger safety.
Yes. Actually, okay. I'm going to leave it up to you, Ginger. Do you want to send the asteroid, or do you want to do the sesame cake?
Excuse me, what am I choosing?
The asteroid or the sesame cake?
Asteroid or cake? Well, I'm diabetic, so
Asteroid
we're
it
gonna go
is?
with the asteroid.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And yes, that's actually an appropriate hymn because now the Gladiator 2 official trailer.
A movie nobody was asking for, by the way.
No. Yes. Let me turn this down a little bit so that we can hopefully talk over it. Okay. Right away. Right there. Watch this. Okay. He did the sword roll thing exactly like the first movie for no other reason other than that it was done in the first movie.
Hollywood likes doing that little flourish.
Uh-huh. Not to mention his armor almost exactly resembles the Russell Crowe armor from the first film. Which, by the way, the armors are not historically accurate for what gladiators would wear anyway.
I remember that day.
Why is that here? That's not a Rudius there, is it? It doesn't look like a Rudius. That looks like an actual sword. A Rudius would be a wooden one.
I never forgot it. That a slave could take revenge against an emperor.
A slave could take revenge against an emperor. Really?
Where were you born?
I don't know. I never knew a mother nor a father.
You will be my instrument.
You don't know where you were born. Okay. We have Denzel in there because, we have to.
Denzel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Denzel is a great actor. But, yeah, let's not kid ourselves why he's in the film.
Who are you?
Did you hear that crowd?
The greatest temple Rome ever built.
Okay. This detail is semi-true and false. Okay, yes, they did flood the Colosseums for the ship battle stuff, but that was done during the Flavian dynasty, and that was like close to 30 or 40 years before any of this stuff had happened, because Commodus was later on. Okay, and by this time in the histories, we're in the realm of where they had joint emperors Caracalla and Geta, who were ruling jointly as co-emperors of Rome. By this time, the ship battles and stuff got so popular that they moved them out of the Colosseum, and they actually had a dedicated little lake where they would fight the naval battles. Because at this point, the Colosseum had their trapdoor system and stuff installed to where they could raise and put the animals and stuff in, so that you couldn't flood the arenas anymore. So this is wrong.
Well, I will say that.
Go on.
Sorry, go ahead, Jim.
I was going to say it wasn't until Emperor Flavian Flav that they built a giant water clock.
Yeah.
I will say though that as far as filmmaking goes, like to actually see the Colosseum being flooded for some sort of naval battle is something we've not seen, as to my knowledge, in movies before. So this is a bit of a spectacle in and of itself to see for the times.
Yeah. Now, historically, this was kind of cool. The water could get up to 5 feet in the Colosseum, and yeah, people could drown in it. So it happened.
The one issue I'm having with it is I don't really like the color palette on it. It feels so muddled. Like I've been going back to look at some of the earlier kind of Roman Colosseum-esque films. Your Ben-Hur's, your Clash of the Titans, and that the colors just pop so much more in those, whereas everything here just feels so muddled.
Yeah, not only that, but for some reason, we're under this mistaken impression that they didn't paint their statues. They painted their statues. It's just the paint didn't last.
The Colosseum. Because this is what they believe in. Power.
Okay, so once again, we're getting the whole, oh, look, I'm the lead gladiator, and because I'm a soldier, I'm going to unite everybody to do everything, just like the guy did in the first film. And I'm just like, the guy in the first film was supposed to be an ex-legionnaire, ex-commander, and all this kind of stuff. So he actually had military skill and everything. You telling me this guy does too? Okay, this guy is supposed to be Geta, who basically he didn't rule for very long. He was, like I said, he was co-emperor with his brother, Caracalla. Caracalla had him assassinated. This guy was only 22 years old when he was killed. I don't necessarily know that he was like the way they portray him in this movie. They kind of seem to have him confused with Caligula.
Yeah, he's coming off very Heath Ledger for me.
Yeah.
General Acacius, there are victories yet still to come.
I'm not sure about the gold armor. I don't think that was quite that realistic.
They can eat war.
Wait a minute. Did that soldier have boobs?
What? Oh yeah.
She's got boobs.
Well, she must be an Amazon, except with both boobs.
Takes a lot of strength to fire those.
Well, yeah, but it's just a female archer with a female breastplate. It's interesting that we, hadn't heard of that.
The arena turns slaves into gladiators, the gladiators into free men.
You have something. I knew it from the start.
Did you now?
Rage.
Oh, okay. So that was his girlfriend somehow, who was in the military with him somehow, who gets killed by an arrow through the chest breastplate. Okay.
At least wasn't an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, at
They
least it
did
wasn't an
have
arrow.
male. They did have male boob armor, so it's not that much of a stretch.
I like this
Yeah.
still here 'cause it looks like he's really shocked by his boo boo.
Kinda. Now my understanding is, Denzel is supposed to be playing this this rich this guy who's become rich and all this kind of stuff. Basically, he's playing the part of Oliver Reed from the first film. So from most of what I'm getting on this film is, ooh, look, did you like the first Gladiator film? We did it again.
It's nostalgia bait.
Mhm.
And
Totally is.
I'm kind of with Bleeker in the chat. I kind of want to watch the old one.
I want to watch the old one again.
It's been like 20 years. Sorry, go on.
No, you're fine.
Oh, just
That rage is your gift.
Oh, look, we had tigers in the other one. Now we have to have rhinos because rhinos are bigger and stronger.
This is about survival!
And look, see, yeah, once again, he's doing the whole, I'm leading everybody because I'm in charge, just like Russell Crowe was in the other film.
I will lead the rhinos.
Yeah.
Denzel's no Oliver Reed, but ironically, Russell Crowe is Oliver Reed now.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
we
is.
covered my theory that he passed on his drunkard spirit.
Poor Oliver. He was a much finer actor, though. Okay, yes, and historically, yes, they did have rhinos that they would fight in the arena. I don't recall ever reading anything about someone actually riding one. That seems really unlikely to me, but I mean...
It was in Black Panther, so they could do the asset flip on the rhino, so...
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense.
Hey, we got this model really cheap from Disney.
Yeah.
Had to save production costs where we could.
They weren't using it.
Yeah, somehow she's still in this, despite the fact that... Okay. I'm gonna lose my mind on this. Okay. Commodus was emperor from 177 to 192, right? Caracalla was emperor from 198 to 217. Okay, so we're looking at a pretty good, well, 192 to 190. So this is about 6 years later. I don't know why she's still this much in power. I mean, she was like supposed to be the ex-emperor's sister.
Hold together and when it charges, break for the wall.
Yeah, like I'm sure he's fought so many rhinos before. Oh, look. They did the thing. They did the thing where he reaches down and he grabs the dirt. Just like the other one.
Yeah, that's the frustrating thing. There's just so many little callbacks that just don't need to be here. It's not like this is a son who learned watching his father. This isn't, this isn't like the spirit of the gladiator has possessed him and therefore he now does everything the Russell Crowe. He's not Russell Croweing.
Yeah. Although they redeem it by doing this because they do oh my gosh, what's the name of that gag? It was like pocket sand. Yeah, they do pocket sand. See? Watch this. Pocket sand.
How are we in 2024 and the CGI for that rhino looks worse than those like walking with dinosaurs documentaries and the like in 2000?
Well, because Disney bought up all the special effects artists so they could, do some more Marvel and Star Wars garbage.
So it's someone's cousin Dave on their on their home computer.
Yeah. Hey, you got a cousin who can work on that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we outsourced this shot to Mexico.
Yeah, now I'm just imagining like the studio production pulling up outside Home Depot. And you CGI artist? Sí, señor.
Paco.
Didn't they do a
Paco.
South Park episode about that?
No.
Rhino.
Paco, you got the laptop?
I don't know nothing about no rhinos. I just make the burro.
It's okay. Just put a rhino over the burrow. Nobody notice.
Sister does motion capture.
Yeah. And then somehow the rhino charges the wall.
Now,
And
they should've
somehow
got
manages
hippos.
to look that fake. Huh?
Like, I'm just saying, if it was hippos, it would have been more terrifying.
They fought hippos in the arena too, apparently. But yeah, I mean, rhinos weigh 3 tons. Yeah, I know you're shaking. It's true. They weigh 3 tons. So yeah, they weigh as much as like a damn pickup truck, basically.
So stop shaming. Stop fat shaming. Rhinos are healthy at any size.
They're just big boned. Yeah, something that big with that much velocity hitting the arena wall would have collapsed it. I'm just saying.
Whose head could I give you that would satisfy this fury?
The entire Roman armies.
Too much.
Oh, okay, so this is kind of weird now. Okay, you've got 2 guys sitting up there as emperor, and yeah, they both look, well, I mean, they're evil gingers with really, really pale skin, so they look sickly. So we're getting like really horrible.
It's inbreeding and lead plumbing vibes, sort of.
I guess so, but I mean, it's like Caracalla was older than his brother, and it's just, I mean, they picked the whitest looking white men they possibly could, and then they made them gingers on top of that, just to.
The general will do.
And I bet you anything that Pedro Pascal is somehow going to be like the general who, actually sympathizes with the gladiator and in the end turns around and helps him out to defeat the nasty emperors, despite the fact that historically Caracalla had his brother assassinated. And then later on, 5 years later, he died down the road or on a road.
Man,
He was,
I liked him in... Sorry.
Go ahead.
I liked him in Game of Thrones, but it seems that ever since then he keeps... oh gosh, I'm afraid to even say something because I can't remember exactly what it is that he did, but he said something, I think that was like really nasty a few years ago, and I'm like, man, I liked you, Pedro Pascal, but I can't remember what it was. What?
Pedro Pascal basically said something to the basically the opposite end of what Gina Carano had said.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the point was largely made there effectively, or her point was largely, well, Pedro can get away with saying whatever he wants, but I get fired.
Yeah. Okay, that was probably it. But yeah, I kind of stopped paying attention to him after that.
As well you should.
I liked Pedro in Game of Thrones. I thought he was fine.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian I was fine with, but
Yeah.
dude, leave the helmet on. I'd rather see him like I thought he does a good job if and when he does wear the suit. But I don't need him in everything. I don't need to see him in Wonder Woman. I don't need to see him now playing Mr. Fantastic. I don't need to no, like
Playing Joel.
Actors, yeah. I do not care about that franchise. But again, I it's one more time of I don't need to see his face plastered all over social media.
Yeah.
Rome must fall.
And of course we have to have the hip hop music because I don't know why.
Because that's the only way we know to appeal to the modern urban youth.
Oh,
because we're Hollywood.
That's true. Yeah, we have the modern urban music, and then of course we have the black actor in the lead, and yeah, okay. And then of course we have some burning scenes. No, it's not callbacks to anything.
Although there is one surprising element to the soundtrack too, in the fact that they have Kanye West songs on it. Considering all this controversy over the last year, like,
well, you know, he's into his imperialism, so.
oh no,
sense.
that makes perfect sense then.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
I need to only give it a push.
Okay, so the wealthy black guy is going to overthrow the empire, and that's what. I mean, did you catch that in the subtext there? Or listen.
The general will do.
Rome must fall. I need to only give it a push.
Rome must fall. I need only give it a push. Why? Was there? I mean, they were already going through tumultuous times anyway. Because when Caracalla and Gaeta were ruling, it was that was a time that was known as like the Five Emperors crisis type thing. Yeah, they had already gone through like two other emperors before him, as well as Commodus. So, you know, Rome was already in a bad state. So now he needed to like destabilize it further because reasons. I don't know.
We make it out alive. All right. Hands on the mausoleum floor.
Yeah, so we got the Praetorian Guards again. And, oh yeah, you could see, Pedro Pascal is going to end up, you know, somehow becoming the gladiator general who fights the, you know, imperators and all this stuff. And this is so stupid. I can't believe they did this movie. Why did they do this movie? We didn't want this movie.
And it's been long enough since the previous one.
Yeah, it's got like no hype whatsoever. If they'd have done this movie like a couple of years after the other one, oh, I mean, you know, I wouldn't probably say jack, but
I mean, the thing is, like, I'd be all on board for another like a Roman epic type movie. Like, I mean, yeah, Ben-Hur wasn't the best, but the shots I saw at the start of this trailer with like the actual battles and the siege warfare going on. Like there's some stuff there that's making me want to consider go seeing this, even though like I don't care that it's a gladiator movie. Like I want to see some Roman Colosseums. I want to see. There's elements here I do want to see. And
yeah, I mean,
this is the movie. This is the right movie.
This is like just a dumb turn your brain off and just, you know, enjoy the stupid spectacle film. This is not like. Historical accuracy is a suggestion, not a reality.
A couple of my friends were extras in the first film.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah. You know the battle scene at the beginning? Where they get ambushed by the Germans.
Bleaker. Honestly, I would have thought they would remake this movie to take place in modern day Harlem. Yes.
That's pretty good.
That's good. I love that. Bleaker, this is for you, sir. Right. Go ahead.
Oh, instead of being a gladiator pit, it's like it's a prison fight league.
Yeah, there you go. Or a basketball court. Bleaker, this is for you, sir.
God damn!
There you go. Yeah. Delver, don't go see this. Watch Rollerball instead. Yes, agreed.
Yeah, I rewatched that.
I'd be down for Rollerball.
Yeah.
This ring belonged to Maximus.
Oh, this ring belonged to Maximus. You stole it off of his corpse instead of burying him with it? Okay.
Now I give it to you.
Why?
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah. There's a dead guy's ring here. Why don't you take it?
What is the dream of Rome? For people.
Oh, and apparently he's got a shrine built to him right there where he gets all his stuff from. Okay, now I that's so stupid. Stupid!
Not free.
Oh, no, take his armor too. Why not? You're taking everything else that he did in the first film. Just do it.
Even his speech patterns.
Huh?
Even his speech patterns. I don't know if you noticed. He's trying to speak in the same way.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He probably watched watched the first movie and then just decided, I'm going to ape that guy's performance word for word.
I was owned. Now I will control an empire.
I will control an empire. Oh, yeah, no. Okay.
I'm Spartacus, and says my wife.
I'm Spartacus, and so's my wife. Yeah. See, that's kind of stupid because before Caracalla and Geta, they had two other guys who tried to take over, and one of them was, I believe, an ex-commoner, and he didn't last very long, from what I remember. I had to go back and double-check all my research, but, why not? Why don't I just check it real quick? Okay, so after Commodus, he was succeeded by Pertinax. Okay, Pertinax was born the son of a freed slave who became an officer in the army and fought the Roman Parthian War of 161 to 166. And after Commodus, he was proclaimed emperor, and he tried to reform everything, but the Praetorian Guard basically turned on him, and he was murdered by Septimus Severus. So, yeah, that didn't work out so well. Delver! For $10, thank you, sir. 1,000 pennies to represent 1K plus viewers for T-shirted. Now say first edition AD&D is the best tabletop RPG ever, and everyone should play it to the exclusion of anything else. Well, I read what you said, but just because I said it, don't mean I endorse it.
Come on, T-shirt. With enthusiasm.
No. All I could say is, if it were the best, we wouldn't have all these other ones, right?
Ooh.
You know, it's like I'm sure in Henry Ford's mind that the Model T was probably the best car, and they didn't need to make any other ones. But you know, the Dodge brothers and Chevrolet and all these other companies would beg to differ.
That's not a great analogy because the technology has been increasing for cars, but tabletop RPGs, it's like, I mean, how much more do you really need than a book and your imagination?
True.
It's like Wolverine. It's the best at what it does.
Yeah.
You know what they say? Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, and people will only try to rip off and pirate things that have value. So clearly, AD&D did something right.
Absolutely, it did. It did, but
yeah,
not the best.
You were just sharing that you got the AD&D DMG in the mail today.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had reached out to Delver a while back, and I was kind of feeling this urge, like maybe I should go back and read through the original Dungeon Master's Guide to kind of go back and kind of glean from it some wisdom that I might have taken for to kind of go back and compare to some of the assumptions I've kind of held about the game, and go look at what the founders would have said.
What do you think, guys? Prog rock? Let's do prog rock for Delve. It sounds like something that he would like. Yeah.
Say, you wouldn't by any chance be Mike Milligan and the Kitchen Brothers, would you?
You make us sound like a prog rock band. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mike Milligan and the Kitchen Brothers. Double whoops.
There we go. Yeah, exactly, Starlaw. He wants to destroy it or control it. Yeah, that's yeah, exactly. Diving Drags plot twist. He just pools a bunch of people's money and buys off the Praetorians to replace the Emperor, a la Claudius. Yeah. Well, that's how Septimus Severus got put into the position of Emperor. He basically paid off the Praetorians to assassinate Pertinax. But yeah, anyway.
Quite stabby, the Romans.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they were all about, getting your taking your job at sword point. Pity, we can't do that stuff today, but
hot-blooded Italians. What are you going to do?
Yeah, and again, we have. I'm guessing this is supposed to be Caracalla and Geta, but yeah, I hate this characterization so much. It just kills me. I can't stand it.
Waste another generation of young men for their vanity.
Strength among us!
Why are they doing the strength and honor thing? That's because it was from the first movie.
Everything in this movie is because the first movie did it.
Everything in this movie is because the first movie did it. This is how Rome treats its heroes.
Ooh, ooh.
Ooh, ooh. Yeah, sword roll for no reason whatsoever. Oh, look, and yeah, general fights, you know, the main guys, yeah, the two here, yeah, so predictable.
How much do you want to bet he's been stabbed and is fighting while he's slowly bleeding out here?
Well, I mean, the general guy has already fought that whole group of Praetorians, so probably he got injured somehow, or at least he's tired before he has to fight this dude. So yeah,
we're gonna do the gladiator fight at the end, but we're gonna make a little change on it.
Yeah. And speaking of which, yeah, Commodus was not murdered in the middle of the arena by a gladiator. He was actually killed by a gladiator, but it was in his bath. He was basically assassinated. Yeah, this guy is trying so hard to Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah. He's trying so hard to Joaquin Phoenix. It's just ridiculous.
Wait a minute. Yeah, let me pull up the poster for the Crow. The new one, because
you know, Grim hadn't seen this video before, so
no.
Here, real quick. Let's have a little comparison here, real quick.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're right. Ugh. Why did I have to be reminded this existed? Yeah, Chris Angel, Mind Freak is literally what it looks like. Yeah, nice. That's kind of not how you use gladiuses, but. So yeah, that's the movie of all time. So what do we think?
I hadn't seen that before. It makes me want to watch the old one. It really does.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, I think Ironcaster was saying there hasn't been. Have there been any like recent Roman epics? Like I think the last one I can think of is the HBO series Rome that was actually pretty good.
It was excellent.
Since then, they also we also did get a Ben-Hur remake.
Okay,
I don't even remember that one. There were some smaller movies that were released. There was The Eagle with Channing Tatum.
Yep.
And there was another one with that Olga Kurylenko where she plays the chick with her tongue cut out and she wants revenge. Hang on, I'll find it.
I will say though, I think at the end of the day, this is making me much rather go play the Assassin's Creed Odyssey for a better historical accuracy.
Yeah. Oh, Centurion in 2010. That was the name of the movie that she was in. Yeah. So Centurion and the Eagle were the kind of the follow-ups to Gladiator because it was kind of popular around that time. Surly. Take a potato, Peter. Oh my gosh.
Don't do that.
I didn't think it was that bad.
No, Ultra American. I didn't see anything come through. Did you guys? I've only got 2 of them starred. So
it looks like something I would watch if it's on when I'm channel hopping, but other than that,
yeah, it's kind of a just wait till it comes to home video when it's on a streaming service that you're already paying for. But it's not like I'm not paying $25 to go see it in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, sometimes I watch movies with some of my neighbors, and so if they ever suggest it, whatever. But I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, your neighbors are alligators, so.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, I mean, Harmony's a Nephilim giantess. So
That'll die someday. I like it. It's better. It's a better meme than the old one. The first Ginger meme was like really dumb. This one's a little bit better.
Was that the teeth one?
The teeth one? No, it's when I posted
oh, the teeth. Yeah.
Yeah. He said I had 2 sets of teeth, and you could tell I was like an angel.
Yeah, upper and lower.
Like a Nephilim because of the 2 sets.
She's like a
of
xenomorph.
teeth. Yeah. I mean, basically that was the idea. It's better than the old meme that people were always replying to me with, which was like foot related, because I posted like one picture of my foot when I stepped on a D4.
I remember that.
And yeah, never forgot about it. I had like 300 or so followers then, and like, you know, it wasn't a big deal, but
it tripled overnight after you posted a picture of your foot. So
Foot fetishists, man.
Yeah.
Like dogged.
I called all my friends. Guys, come check out this chick's foot. No.
You need to shift your cam lower to encourage the giantess thing.
Or just prop your feet up on the desk.
Yeah, the best meme about that was when somebody said I was using like tiny furniture.
You know, there's a market here. If we could just go make like a Godzilla movie and have you like fight Godzilla, like hear me out on this, guys.
There you go.
I think we got something.
We could do like a remake of Attack of the 50-Foot Ginger.
That sounds like that's a fetish thing. That's gonna be.
There are a couple of very cheaply made fetish films, like Attack of the 50-Foot Cam Girl and things like that.
No.
I know. I've seen one. Was it Giantess Attack? That thing was hilarious.
So what are we calling it? Shin Harmony?
Shin Harmony. God Harmony.
Ultra Ginger?
Turns out she gets defeated by the sun coming out.
Oh no. I don't have any sunblock.
She's bursting into flames.
Basically. That's how Florida works, more or less. Yeah.
Okay. Now, as a warning to the future, Ginger, will you be with us on Saturday? Because I've already promised the guys that I downloaded the new spells for the 2024 Player's Handbook so we could discuss them.
Uh-huh.
And I thought you would love to get in on that video.
What time? What time?
Our usual. 4 p.m.
I forget. Okay.
Well,
cool.
5 p.m. for you.
5 Eastern.
I have a show I'm doing Saturday, but it's not until 9, so I think I'm good.
Okay. Well,
because it would be oh so fun to go and look at all the spells that have been, adjusted because of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to adjust spells for Baldur's Gate.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Interesting.
This was something Onion had said.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder which ones.
Also,
Okay.
he said the monk is one piecing.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Like the main character in the live action adaptation of One Piece. How he has like kind of like a bullet fist, Gatling
punch.
He's trying to be clever and make pop culture anime references.
Okay. I'm aware that One Piece exists, but that's about all I know about it.
Jeremy Crawford trying to make pop culture references is kind of akin to, like, say, your geriatric, grandmother who's in her 80s, trying to meme.
It's like grandma talking about that Skibbity Ohio Riz.
Exactly.
Hot to her grandma.
Yeah.
All the video games are Nintendo.
Oh, that's pretty far.
All the big robots are Transformers.
Yeah.
Done with history. I'll take off my history cap.
Yeah, you can take off your history cap. So yeah, that was Gladiator 2. I suddenly feel, I don't know if it's diarrhea or what, but you know.
Well, with that, I'm gonna have to dip.
You gotta
because
go.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm going to eat.
Oh, you're gonna eat. Okay. I thought you
Yeah.
had another. I thought you had another show to do or something. I was like, oh no.
No.
You're in such demand.
She's doing more shows on
Oh, I'm
YouTube than I do
sorry.
now.
She is.
I don't know how. I'm on so many different streams.
I am officially very, very happy for your success.
Well, thank you.
And I wish you much, much success.
Thank you. Anyway, I am going to go eat since that was something we were all very curious about.
Oh, well, hang on. Don't
I'm
leave us hanging.
hungry.
What's on the menu tonight?
Oh,
Let's
I know.
see.
It's Mexican, right? Served up by this guy?
No.
It's my uncle,
Okay,
Pascual.
I'm gonna go to Wawa.
Oh, wow, oh no.
Yeah.
How many Wawas away from you is Wawa?
I am within 1 Wawameter of the nearest Wawa.
One Wawa. Okay. So like if you
it's really close. It's just
so if
on
you
the
were
street.
driving across town, it would be like what, 4 Wawas?
So yeah, Orlando is about 3 or 4 Wawameters in diameter.
Okay.
But yeah. It's a really convenient way to measure distance here, to be honest. Anyway.
I should do that with
What?
Whataburger.
Go eat.
Go eat.
Right,
Eat.
anyway.
There's nothing on you.
Farewell, friends.
Yes.
Take care.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yes. Oh, okay. Now the ladies are gone. We can start breaking out the nasty stuff.
Start belching.
Yeah.
Stop sucking in my gut.
Yeah. There you go. Just let it all hang out. Everybody release a nice big fart on camera. Caster, I found something that's really cute that you might enjoy, but I don't know why. I think Grim would enjoy this too, just because
Is it an elf?
No, it's a video game that's about to come out. I'm gonna have to turn the sound down because I think it's pretty loud. Look at this smile on Caster's face already. Did I call it?
I love it.
Yep. And I have this weird feeling that, you know, like Grim is secretly into all these, you know, cutesy pixel graphic type things. The Nintendo experience.
Not so much.
Oh, look, it's a tiefling.
But I did enjoy the Secrets of Mana, Legends of Mana games on this NES back in the day.
There you go. So there you go. July 22nd, Veritas. That's what it is.
There's another game like that coming out from the same studio that did Shovel Knight that is also going for that very similar Game Boy Color Legend of Zelda aesthetic. So apparently this is just sort of a trend that's come along that I don't think I would have realized.
I couldn't resist partaking in the Steam summer sale, so I picked up Vampire Survivor because it was super duper cheap, and I now fully 100% understand why it was so popular.
Yes,
You have it?
I've put in many an hour into Vampire Survivors.
Yeah, it's really pretty fun. I can't even call it a shooter because you don't actually have to press the button.
It's more of a bullet hell.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, is it really? I mean, because you don't have to. Bullet hells and stuff like that are usually shooters, but you're not really shooting.
Well, the thing is, your character is just auto shooting, and the implication is you're just trying to maneuver around the slowly
Advancing.
walking forward enemies.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I would
fair.
still say so.
But what surprises me about the game is the fact that I think I've played like 6 or 7 stages, including a few of the DLCs, and I haven't heard a bad soundtrack yet.
No, it's a banger.
How do they do that?
It's that indie scene. That's where all the like the best games are coming out of right now. It's like these little studios.
Yeah, well, I mean, you definitely can't trust the AAA industry, especially after the fact that Ubisoft was forced to actually apologize to the Japanese historical reenactment group for using 2 of their logos without permission in the new Assassin's Creed game. Not to mention the fact that apparently things have come to light that the entire Yasuke debacle is almost 100% false. That it was mostly fictionalized by Thomas Lockley in order to sell his book.
Which kind of irks me because that was also like, I'm pretty sure that was the only book on like samurai I was able to find at Barnes & Noble for a while.
Oh my God, Grim. Did you just make this?
Yes.
Dang it, I wish I'd seen this before Harmony left. She would have liked this, but yeah,
Maybe
here we have a very rare Roman emperor. This is Flavius Flav. He has a big timepiece around his neck. It does kind of look a little bit like Denzel in the face, though.
A little bit.
Maybe a little.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
I should totally make this a character. Just, yeah, no, I mean, it's like this will be a character they run into in Zombicide Chronicles. You know, he's in a museum and he's just hanging out there going, "You peasants, bring me some wine."
The finest of wine and bitches.
I need libations for my hose, sir.
Maybe he's a Fallout character, a survivor from the Legion.
God, yeah.
The new emperor.
You there? I must hear the lamentations of your women.
You want to hear the lamentations of the women? Take away their charge card. But yeah, apparently it's been posted that Yasuke is a fanfic story that was fabricated by a white man named Thomas Lockley using fake Wikipedia sources. He even deceived the Japanese people with it. In fact, they erased history on the wiki for the game. The history was altered to sell books, movies, and impose a fake narrative. Because it was like a psyop operation that even reached overseas. Because Thomas Lockley worked over in Japan. Yeah, it's crazy. They just embellished all that stuff about him, and none of it was really true.
The frustrating thing is this just goes right in line with so much other sort of cultural imperialism that you've seen over Japan.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of this revisionism of a lot of history to try and kind of blackwash more history. You know,
yeah,
because you know the uncomfortable truth about the fact that you know a lot of these places are fairly racially homogenous is something a lot of people don't seem to want to realize about
knowledge. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, racially homogenous people are bad. So, you know, I'm sure next they'll probably find some person who was just a little bit darker skinned than everybody else in, you know, ancient China and point to him. I mean, they've already made, you know, the whole, you know, Chinese and Roman road thing. So I'm sure they'll just say, oh yeah, there was an African soldier, you know, in the Roman legions who made his way into China and somehow was renamed Lu Bu.
Yeah, I don't think people appreciate just how dangerous historical revisionism is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, we can think a lot of this stuff is ridiculous, like an ancient black scientist with a giant brain creating white people as a slave race, or whatever. We can find that absurd, but the Nazis believed a lot of absurd things, and spent a lot of money pursuing them and trying to give them a kind of pseudo-intellectual glaze so people would believe them. At the moment, a lot of these beliefs are fringe and dumb and stupid, but there's no guarantee they're going to stay that way in the future. And people use these false histories to create superiority or inferiority, or to excuse dehumanization and things. It's it's really dangerous.
The Mandela effect is a real thing. So.
I suppose really the best way we can keep fighting is, keep pointing out the lies, keep pulling out the falsehoods, and keep mocking, because it's the best way to poke them down.
Yeah, the problem is it's a lopsided battle, because someone can spew 20 lies, and then to dispute and take down each of them takes way longer than it took to say the lie.
Mm-hmm. They've already moved on to the next lie.
Yeah, exactly. And people are resistant to being corrected if they've already swallowed a load of nonsense, which is another unfortunate thing. So I don't know what the solution is. I mean, you can keep trying.
Hey, Raven. I thought I would save this for Saturday, but we need a laugh, so I'm gonna do it now. So, Ironcaster, can I? Well, actually, you know what? I'll read this one. Let me pull out my special equipment for this, because we really need something more appropriate, I think.
You sure you don't want the dwarven?
No, I'm gonna do the gnome.
Okay.
Welcome to the Decolonized Forge Cafe, an inclusive safe space where a non-binary hipster dwarf can eat vegan cookies, drink an organic soy beer, and discuss with an ADAB, that's assigned dwarf at birth, trans elf why magic is sexist. While their hammering object, words like hammer are problematic as they reduce an object to its function and may offend sentient weaponized objects. Their hammering object, Patriarchy Shatterer, is forged by a diverse team of craftsperson. Oh, and by the way, it's only exclusive except for cis humans. Your kind is not welcome here.
But it's okay. I identify as a simmer.
I'm a tiefling. Fit in anywhere. Can we get it in a Spanish accent? Oh, you want me to reread it in Spanish? So yeah, that's all I can say, guys, is don't buy the next edition of D&D. Spend your money on anything else. I mean, the Castles and Crusades Kickstarter is still going. Spend your money on that, huh?
It's going for a few more days.
Yeah, go spend your money there. Those guys they earned it. Red Rover wasn't gonna. Yeah, I know that. But anybody else who's catching this secondhand.
I kind of have to for work, so I will do it so you don't have to.
Oh. Are you I was about to say, yeah, are you gonna don an eye patch or anything for your friends?
No. Well, I could.
They should have done Mexican dwarves and gay orcs. Makes more sense to me. But
orcs.
But I like being a Mexican orc. I mean, Latino orcs is so much better than, Gorks. Ironcaster's an Eskimo. I knew it. I just knew it.
I get to go chew blubber now.
Yeah.
Yay.
Mucktuck eating.
Delicious blubber.
180 if you pre-order, or 240 if you don't, for all 3 books. Yeah. And of course you get the PDFs to go along with it because that's such a bonus. Yeah, Raven is right. You've already taken enough flack for us. It's true. I mean, you know.
I think I'll pass.
I'm not gonna do it. I mean, the only reason I even bought 5th edition was because I had a group and we were playing at the time. So me and my foolishness went and blew $200 on a full set of 5 ebooks because, you know, I had a group and 2 months later the group broke up. So
I'm wondering how quickly they're going to come out with their SRD or their Creative Commons version, because it might be worth leaping on this edition right from the get-go and fucking it up and turning it into something cool and sort of starting a fork off and getting a reputation for supporting that edition. Might be worthwhile.
As memory serves, I believe they said it would be after all 3 books are out, and they're doing a staggered release with these. So
yeah, that would be like last time. Yeah.
I kind of wonder if Amazon is going to run their usual specials on all that stuff, because Amazon having the core books so cheaply is what made me even consider it. So
I pre-ordered from Leisure Games in London because I want to support FLGS, and there wasn't that much of a price difference.
I could go support my FLGS, but I don't want to buy 5th edition. I'll buy something else. I'll buy some paint or something from them. Lord knows.
The new version of the SRD will be released in early 2025, shortly after the release of the new Monster Manual.
Joy. Does it mean you're going to start writing for them?
For them? No, I don't think they'd have me at this point. But,
no, I mean like using their SRD to
I might
create compatible content.
Try and mangle the rules to make them a bit more acceptable to me first. Maybe do a revised version of Grimdark or something.
Yeah, that'd be worth it.
I mean, if you already have most of the work done, it should be a pretty easy job just to convert it and.
Yeah, should be easy enough.
Wait a minute, Grim.
Yes.
If you really want to put a bee in their bonnet, go and write a copy of the Gore rules. For that.
I had considered doing that with the different casts as different classes, but yeah, maybe I will have to consult with the licensor.
I was about to say, it's like, yeah, just be prepared for the storm afterward as everybody freaks out, you know. He did Gore.
It'd be relatively easy to do because I had the good sense to separate the books out from the D6 rules, and then I had the encyclopedia. So all I would have to do would be the rules.
Well, one thing that everybody in this chat right now should jump on is if you have not already seen it, there is a version of Spelljammer that is out for old school essentials.
Yes, there is.
And you totally need to get it. It is the unofficial Spelljammer OSE. I'm putting the link up for it here. It's a direct download.
And I believe the same guy also did a Dark Sun conversion as well.
Ooh, that would be cool.
I'll find the link for you. I'll send it your way.
Yeah, and just so we can take a look at it, just so you guys know what you're getting if you get into it. Come on, thing. Trying to get it to share, and it's like, no, I don't wanna. No, you want to.
I may have spent a little time over, trying to get this thing printed up the other night.
Oh, did you?
Not yet. I think I'm at the point where I just got to get a cover put together for it.
I was about to say that whole cover by itself would eat up an entire batch of ink cartridges right there.
Yeah. Well, I'm not the one printing it up.
Oh. I would love it if we could send this over to Lulu and get them to print it out and bind it.
You might be able to.
Because I think the guy who was kind of sharing that on Twitter the other night basically said that's what he did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but it's just a matter of he's doing it for like personal. So
yeah, so long as you do it for personal use, you should be okay. But some people seem to have had problems where they get stuff printed of questionable copyright, and then their Lulu account gets taken down. So
yeah,
maybe make a new account, a disposable one, use that to print off any PDFs you want.
Yeah, make it in your grandma's name.
Yeah, remove the page with the credits and the copyright information.
Yeah, but yeah, there you go, guys. This is a look at it. You absolutely should get you a copy of this. If you're an OSE player, or even if you're not, and you just want the rules because you don't want to spend the exorbitant amount that an eBay scalper will charge you for it. Because, I mean, to me, it's totally worth it.
I actually just got a new copy of the OSC Advanced Rules in the mail the other day.
Oh yeah.
And the first thing I had to do is I added those little pointers on them.
Yeah. Well, I've had the complete set for a long time now, so I need to do something with them because right now they're just kind of sitting on the table going, we sure would like to be played.
Let's see, I'm finishing Fallout soon. Then you want me to run Chan Chan or whatever it's called, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, I would be running a Chinese martial arts game. What's it called?
I might start running something over on my Discord.
Oh, good game.
And
that's the thing I would otherwise be running next.
Oh, and Grim, I'd also like you to run Fabula Ultima just so I can.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, but this is everything, guys. Autognomes. Just like you remember it, it's just changed to fit kind of the OSE format.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Yeah, it's 142 pages. It's absolutely worth it, in my opinion. I mean, for one thing, it's free, and for another, it's look at it. It's even got the Appendix N. So
I was going through my copy of the Cyclopedia, throwing some ideas around, and trying to figure out what to do with those ideas. OSC doesn't have those like level 9, level 10 subclasses, does it?
Which one?
Not really. It's largely just kind of 1 to 14.
Yeah, I mean, it just says at level 9 you can start making strongholds, but it doesn't seem to subdivide into like wandering or sedentary subclasses the way that the Rule Cyclopedia classes do.
Right. It basically just takes it dropped off the companion and companion master immortal stuff.
Yeah. Just I'm trying to judge how to do things for maximum compatibility with OSR games. Yeah, it's a little hard to figure it out.
Driving and Dragon. Yeah, I kind of understand that opinion.
I think that goes for the whole high street now. Because of online shopping, they need to offer an experience or something useful.
Yeah. At my FLGS, the one I used to work at, we'd take 20% off to cover like flat. I mean, that's the way we did our business because it was
Yeah.
That's how we got our sales. You know, we were cheaper than everybody else. So
I think they need to focus more on hosting games and leagues and sort of supporting that with like cafe services and things. It's not what Geeks are good at.
Mm-hmm.
Mine, the one I've been going to, I'm kind of lucked out at because they have a couple little basic array of chips, and it's also got a pizza place like right next door, so it's easy to get a little hot meal. They might have get ribs or whatever, but let's be real, you're gonna get a pizza.
Yeah,
they should work out a deal, like show your receipt from the game store, get 5% off the pizza, something like that. Because they must be getting a lot of business from them.
Our FLGS used to be next to a pizza place, but the pizza place closed down. So I kind of wonder if the FLGS has suffered because of that. But I haven't been in there in a couple of years, so I don't know. Maybe I'll get the courage up to go in there and stick my nose in. The problem is, it's just
Yeah,
might as well.
Leisure Games is just down from like the best kebab shop in Finchley in London.
That would be sweet. Yeah, I suppose if I wanted a business that made a whole bunch of money, I would open up some kind of an eatery right next door to the FLGS and offer cheap eats.
Yeah,
some kind.
Call it Cheeto Fingers.
Yeah, call it Cheeto Fingers. Go touch your DM's guide afterward. Well, all right, guys, we're an hour and 30 in, so shall we wrap things up?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
might as well.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for Tuesday with Geeks. Grim, stick around. I got to talk to you real quick. And come hang out with us on Saturday. I don't know what other kind of craziness Watsy's going to get up to during the week, but I'm sure we'll have more news, and definitely we will be talking about that the new spells for D&D 6th edition. What we say about them probably won't be very charitable, but we'll talk about them anyway.
If I get enough sleep, I might do my crossbows and catapults unboxing tomorrow.
Ah, you got it?
Yeah, it all arrived.
That's one game I wish I could play with you, and that one and the mold one.
Yes, Necromolds. Yeah, I need to
Necromolds.
actually do my review on that. So maybe I'll try and film that tomorrow, but it won't go up tomorrow.
Okay, but you got to squish at least 2 or 3 things on
Of
camera.
course. Yeah. Okay. Not with my foot though, T-shirt.
No, I don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Feet probably look like hobbits.
The only feet.
Yeah. Take care.
Yeah, the
everybody.
left
We'll
one's
see
Merry,
you.
the right one's Pippin.